This is Jessica Mockett again. I put together a little bit of my cat Gigi's medical journey in the last 6 months. You'll see different time periods and perspectives. I wanted to create this in case there's anybody else out there who needs some additional support or information when their cat has hyperthyroidism or when they might have oral cancer, to know that there are holistic options that could be of value to your cat, to know that you're not alone. I hope that you enjoy getting to know Gigi. She's a really cute girl. She's been a wonderful kitty in my life. Gigi is nicknamed my good girl or gray girl. We also call her Sergeant Gigi or the police officer. She's a disciplinarian to the other cats at times when they quarrel or have a spat. She is very serious. But she does have her moments of zoomies, which are pretty cute, and she can have wild, fun playtime. She's such a good snuggler. She came to me when she was about 12 to 14 weeks old. She came with her biological sister, Prim. I adopted her from another family who had already adopted them, so they were rehoming after just a few weeks. I just knew when I saw their faces in a picture, the kitties were meant to be with me. She was a cute little kitty, a delight to live with and have in my life. Gigi and Prim were a little bit under-socialized. This I did not know at the time. I knew very little about cats and cat behavior and socialization and wellness and healthcare, and I knew very little. I thought I knew about cats because I'd grown up with cats, but I really knew very little about cats. They were just skittish. They remain so to this day on some level, and that's because they missed that critical socialization period. They were closer to 9 or 10 years old before I started to really get better understanding of socialization and cat behavior. So this video is to talk about Gigi's health journey. She was predominantly raised on kibble, dry food, cat dry food. Obviously, there are lots of contributing factors for that. The big one is just not having knowledge about feline nutrition and just trusting in the system and what was offered. Part of that was financial. You know, dry food is the most affordable of all the options. And I always gave wet food, but it was more of a few times a week. And so that was her dominant nutritional intake. It wasn't until my cat Bo got diagnosed with crystals in his urine with a partial blockage. The veterinary advice, and this is pretty standard across the US, when your cat has crystals and has been getting a predominantly kibble diet, they just hand you the bag of prescription kibble for urinary tract concerns. Didn't quite sit right to me that for Bo, the path to wellness was through a processed dry kibble. So I did some of my own research on feline nutrition and how to curb the development of crystals. And that's when I started looking at brands and quality and ingredients. And I switched to a predominantly wet food diet, maybe 60-40 split between wet and prescription kibble. I fed it to everybody, which was expensive to do because in a multi-cat house, it can be hard to control who gets what food. But at that point, Gigi was already 6 or 7 years old. She had already had a significant portion of her life nutritionally disadvantaged, you could say. Another thing that I did, I don't want to use the word incorrectly, because I was following standard protocols in veterinary care, traditional veterinary care. But I've learned better now, and I've definitely started seeing more repercussions to over-vaccination. And I did not learn or begin to understand over-vaccination until 3 years ago. I just followed the protocols and did what I was told. So she's been way over-vaccinated in her lifetime. Annual vaccines for 9 years, 10 years of her life. And so I think that's a contributing factor. So multiple contributing factors to current health issues. Nutrition, so that plays a huge part in our cat's immune system. And then over-vaccination, where we create weakness within the body because of these toxins or poisons that are included in our vaccines. This part 1 story is discovering that Gigi had a growth in her mouth I noticed a slight bulge, but because she's a little skittish, she's not easy to snag and, you know, kind of look at. She's got a hyper sense of awareness of my energies or even my thought waves. So if I have the thought, ooh, I'm gonna grab her, then it's almost impossible to get her. And I really don't like chasing and cornering and doing any of that because it just increases stress and it damages trust. And so it was a few days before I was able to look, and she had climbed into my lap, and then I remembered, oh yeah, what was that on her lip?
I know. What's wrong? Yes, but then I have to go see the doctor. I'm sorry, baby.
Oh, well, that was worrisome. Okay, we got to go to the vet. And we did that same day. And I was lucky to get in to see my vet, who I really like.
So my Gigi's.
He's a good man. Not a holistic vet, but patient with me. And my research and my questions and my interest in holistic health. He looked at it and he punctured it. He said the cell samples looked cancerous, but he didn't want to definitively say yes or no. And he showed them to me. They were very odd shaped and wonky and different sizes. And he thought that it was likely to be some kind of cancer. So that's always scary to get the cancer word, especially with cats. And I said, well, what about removing it? You know, it's a mass, can we remove it? And he's like, well, yeah, we can look at removing it. And I said, well, let's do some blood work to see if she can do a surgery. When that blood draw came back, her liver enzyme count was high. It was 444. And I still haven't looked up that angel number 444 because I've seen it a lot since then. And of course, it's too high of a risk when the liver's already suffering to put a cat under anesthesia. And I'll just tell you some of the things that we're doing, and maybe this little story will unfold in a positive way or a helpful way. I'm doing supplementation, which she'd already been on some amount of supplementation, probiotics, omegas, digestive enzymes, CBD for arthritis. Obviously, nutrition has improved greatly in my house. Now my cats will not do raw food straight. And I mean, it's kind of expensive to do raw food for 7 cats because I feed my parents' cat as well as my 6. We do a mix of freeze-dried raw, frozen raw, wet food, and kibble. I consulted the essential oil vet. It's a great resource, by the way. She recommended that I do some diluted copaiba and frankincense oil on her ear tips. She really wants me to put it directly on the mass, but I haven't even tried it because I know Gigi will not do well, and I don't want her to be so upset by what I'm doing that she will be too challenging to do it too. I'm doing some homeopathy, and I've been doing infrared red light treatment on her mouth and her liver, and sometimes I have to do that by proxy, and the way that works is I put the lights on myself with the intention that it's for her, because sometimes she's too wiggly, but when I can, I try to get her to do the lights. I'm also playing healing frequency music for her in the evenings, specifically geared towards helping cancer cells to heal or to dissipate. And I'm also using prayer, asking for God to magnify my efforts, and if it be possible, to heal her. And if not, that things will be learned that are of value to myself and others. Gigi does not want to be medicated. You do what you got to do sometimes with cats to help them. I guess I'll put a little caveat here. There's a movement out there with cats and dogs in particular, to let them self-select what they need to be healed or to medicate themselves. And I'm sorry, but I'm not a buyer into that philosophy at this point, especially not for cats, because cats are so risk avoidant and don't like new things, new experiences, or, you know, often put them on edge. So to ask them to self-select a supplement or essential oil or homeopathy is, I kind of do this face like, I don't know. I don't know how effective that is, because cats would self-select to do none of it.
Are you offended? You're so cute, my Gigi's. Are you so happy outside?
I just want to say that I feel really grateful for what the outcome seemed to be so far for Gigi. And even if things were to take a turn, I still feel really grateful to have had the opportunity to learn from her and to grow my skills and my understanding through this experience. I'm hoping that sharing her story will benefit someone else out there, that someone might see this who needs to see it and be able to receive some answers and help and support or comfort as their animal is going through a sickness or an illness. My love to everyone who has a sick kitty and going through something hard right now. And may you find the answers, may you find the support. If you know someone who has a kitty that needs some extra help in TLC, please share this video with them. Please like, please subscribe, and help us grow our audience so that we can reach more cat guardians. Thanks so much, you guys.